Hey everyone, Mani Shma. That is how we say. Hey everyone. That's how we say "what's up" in Hebrew. Sort of. So, I'm Liora Sophie. I write urban fantasy with a little bit, I'm not sure really if it's urban fantasy or paranormal romance or a little bit of both, because I'm strictly a why not both person, as we know. And let's see, today I am very excited about these lights that I hung up because they're so pretty. And they're just really pretty. Look at those things. They're so pretty. Okay, wow, that is really intense. Let's turn that down a little. Okay. Let's see who's here. So, hi, Josie. Welcome. I'm so glad you're joining us. I hope you have a good time. And hey, Ariel. Hey, Cache. This is very exciting. Okay. So I made a bunch of timers for writing sprints because I just wanted one that was like exactly what I needed, that fit my needs exactly. So I wanted it to have a little sound at the end to remind me that it was over, and to look pretty. And because I get distracted very easily, I like to, I write for like 30 seconds and then I look back at the screen at whatever I was doing previously. And so I wanted it to have something on it that like says, get back to work, but in a nice way. So my nighttime snowfall timer has quotes on it. I have a huge collection of quotes by different authors about writing and the creative process and all that jazz. And I chose 3 or 4 and I just put them on the timer at different times. So that's what's on that timer. So when I look back at the timer in the middle of the sprint and it says, 7 minutes to go, it also says something inspiring, which I thought was fun. Then I did a 20-minute timer, which I did not put quotes in because I'm lazy and impatient, and I wanted to just upload it because people were asking for a 20-minute timer. But maybe when I feel like it, I will also put quotes in that one. So also, another thing for people who are extremely distracted like myself is take a look for a second at this playlist here. This playlist, so this is alternating between 2 videos of mine. One is the 15-minute timer with the snow, and the other is a 7.5-minute break countdown timer. And if you put on this playlist, it's basically a 15-minute sprint and then a 7.5-minute break. And then that way you don't get a little too lost during, sprinting and going back and forth between sprinting and braking, which is what I intend to do now. Because I can, especially if somebody brings up a topic that I really love to talk about, like feminism or bisexuality or Israel, I can rant on it for hours and hours and hours. And this way I have a little bell in the background that goes, how about another sprint? So that's the purpose of that. I got a playlist with the 15s and a playlist with the 20s. And please feel free to use them. That's what they are there for. So thank you. I appreciate it. You do need to stop staring at it though. And hopefully that's what the quotes are there for. To just give you a little inspiration and remind you that writing is hard for everyone. Even the greats like Ernest Hemingway and Neil Gaiman. So what is everyone working on? I'm I'm working on a bunch of things that I've been doing a little bit in other people's sprints, but I'm trying to do, if I do another sprint at a different time of day, I'm doing work for my mom, for her company, and on her website. And I'm also working on my book. And my book, which I 50,000 during Nano. Well, not officially, whatever. Point is, I wrote a heck of a lot during Nano, and it's not done yet, but I want it to be done. So that's what I'm working on tonight, because I've already done some work for my mom for the day. I've already done some website work for the day, and so now I get to write. Okay, so Josie. Okay. I'm working on book 2 of my series, The Plague Wolf. Okay, cool. What's that about? What genre is it? Wolf makes it sound like maybe there's a little bit of paranormal in there, so let me know if I'm right or if I'm not even close. And let's see. Sadly, I'm at 13,506 words for book 2. Okay, no. That's just, I'm at 13,000 words. That's okay. That's where you are. Okay, great. And remember, it's not about the word count. NaNoWriMo is kind of a big event, and it really can make us think that it's all about the race to the word count, but it's not. You are writing a novel, and the novel is so much more than how many words it contains. You also don't want it to just contain 50,000 words. You want it to be good words. You want it to be well written. You want it to be deep and well thought out and developed, and you want it to make sense. And you want there to be 3-dimensional characters with character arcs, and that is so much more than just spitting out words. And spitting out words is one way to write a first draft very quickly, but it's not necessarily the best way, and it's not necessarily right for everyone. So just write your book. You'll get to your goal. Just keep writing. My book, We're All Mad Here, it's a supernatural thriller. Nice. Ariel, still trying to finish my Nano draft. I hope to have it completed this month. Okay, awesome. All right. And I think it's time for a sprint. So I'm going to start this playlist, and we're going to start writing. Okay. Does everybody have snacks? Does everybody have water? Does everybody have all your documents open and everything that you need to write? Urban fantasy. Awesome. I love urban fantasy. It's probably my favorite genre. Urban and contemporary fantasy. Even if it happens out in the country, as long as it takes place in today's time, that's the fantasy I like. I can't stand classic fantasy. Fantasy thriller, and has werewolves, vampires, hellhounds, demons, angels, witches, and more. What else is there? Okay, no, I'm kidding. Pretty much a war with my antagonist, Azel Blackheart. Dang. Sounds intense. Well, let's get writing. Wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. There, that's what I meant to do. Okay. So, on your marks, get set, go.
$100.
Okay.
I just canceled my appointment with Amy Major tomorrow.
Why? time's up. Hey, Eva. What's up? So, how did you do? How did everybody do? I kind of struggled with that last one, that first one there, but that's okay because it's my first sprint of the day. I haven't looked at my writing at all today yet, so I did 108 words though, despite that, which is not so terrible. If anybody would like to share a line, please do. Hi, Eva. Yeah, I know what that's like. I definitely go through a lot of, times like that where it's just impossible to focus. Comes and goes though, and if you sit from my experience, if you sit and stare at the computer for long enough, eventually the writing will start to come out. So, just keep at it. Just sit. I've been looking for this quote for my collection. Maybe you guys can help me out, because I know that it exists somewhere. I just don't remember who said it, and I don't remember the exact wording that they used. But it was something like, you have to show up at the page so that when the muse strikes, you're there and ready to write. You know what I'm saying? Is anybody familiar with this? It's some author or writer said it, and I couldn't find it. And I'm a pretty good Googler, so I don't know. If anyone is familiar with that saying, please let me know and share. Wendy did some dishes and made coffee. Hi, Wendy. What's up? Eva just got done playing a letter picture machine game with my son, and he's blowing my dang old mind. Yes, 2-year-olds generally tend to win at like everything. So, nice, Ariel. And Josie shared a line. Let's see. Briefly, the journey was quite miserable in my perspective. Night by myself, hardly any warmth, no food or water. I must say the journey was delightful, don't you think? Thorne said, being sarcastic. Nice. So, I have a question, which is, how did you come up with the idea for whatever you are writing right now? Mine is a bit longer than 4 minutes, and we only have 4 minutes left till the next sprint. But I'll start by I'll talk about it a little. So it started from the demons. My book is Witches and Demons, and that's my working title right now. There might be a subtitle where Witches and Demons becomes the series title, but I'm not sure yet. And I had these. There was this guy. There was this guy who was like playing with my heart, kind of, on and off, into me, not into me. I don't know. It was a very confusing time. And he had this very specific physical build. And he alone didn't inspire the demons. It was when I met another person just like him that gave off the same weird aura and had a very similar physical build, and I was like, oh my god, and that like clicked. And slowly the the world developed and there became different types of demons that do different things and express, they have different powers. I actually went over this on last night's pop-up sprint. And if you really want to see me going on and on and on and on about all the different types of demons, you can go watch that. It's still up there, but do it quickly before I decide to remove it. So let's see. So they were the demons and the witches were, I don't know. It started with just because, like, my mom is kind of a witch and my sister is, and they're all into, essential oils and their candles and crystals and stuff, and kind of exploring people who have a strong intuition, and I guess that's where that came from. Okay, so let's see. Is that the one? I'm not sure. Okay. Josie was in high school about 3 years ago, and I was working on the plague subject. And somehow I combined the plague and wolf. That's how I got the title. Nice. Got the idea for the story for the first book from my own feeling, to be honest. Been there. Yep, I relate to that. Instead of discussing with myself every morning whether I feel inspired or not, I step into my office every day at 9 sharp, open the window, and politely ask the muse to enter and kiss me. Sometimes she comes in, more often she does not, but she can never claim she hasn't found me waiting in the right place. Okay, that's good, but that's not it. That's not exactly it. It's I guess it's a similar idea, but that's not quite the quote. Yes, definitely know I definitely relate to that. Did anybody else answer? Is there a delay? Let me check. Ariel, I think the concept started from a dream, and I sat down and plotted out more details from there. It's been about 4 or 5 years since I started, so it's a little fuzzy. All right, cool. Awesome, you guys. So thanks for sharing. And now it's time for another sprint. So let's do this. Time, tools, timers, 15-minute sprint. Okay. I actually made a decision about this, which is that I would like to switch to the other playlist with the 20 minutes. Now, just something to notice. So, I got 207 words. I got 207 words that time, which is not bad. So I sort of got into it, but like still, it was still, the scene is like just not quite flowing, you know. It's interesting because I have drafted this scene before and it flowed really nicely the first time, and it's just so many things about the plot and the relationship have changed since that last draft. And so the setup that started it, the way that it started, like the original way it started was that Leto walks into his room and Amalia slaps him across the face. And that's like a really dramatic way to start a scene. And that just didn't work for the new version. And I can't try to force it in there. I want to, because it's awesome, but it's just, I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe not. But in this draft, it didn't work. And so it's just, the pace is a little bit slower. I keep forgetting why they're there, why she's there, why he's there, what the point is, you know what, and keep forgetting about the thing in his pocket that he wants to show her, and instead they're trying to make out, and I'm like, guys, there's actual plot here, but they're not interested in listening to me. So, but I got words. I got 207 words, which means I've gotten 300 words today. And that's more than nothing. So, how did everybody else do? StreamYard is slow. And if you're commenting and stuff, I don't know that you are. But, oh, there you are. Okay, let's see. Ariel, 301. Nice. Wendy, 95 words. Would it took a minute to form the idea? A minute's not bad. Or, you know, if it took 10 minutes, that's not bad. Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a while to get into it, which is why I'm switching now to the form with the longer sprints. Once I get warmed up, it's better for me to stay in the space for longer. Okay. I had a whole bunch of things. Where are they? So here's my next question for you. Who is your least favorite character? I have two characters I'm conflicted about. I like all my characters, really, but I'm now struggling a little bit with my two female main characters, Amalia and Eden. And I used to really love both of them. And Amalia is like now becoming such a bitch. And I mean, I like that about her. She's got personality. She's, you know, she's ferocious and it's just, she's also, she does things I'm not cool with personally. Okay, that's what I mean by bitch, not just that she, you know, sets boundaries and doesn't let other people cross them. I mean, that's okay. Hey, Steven, what's up? And my struggle with Eden is I feel like I can't relate to her so much anymore. It used to be that she was me. And I've been writing this book for a really long time, and maybe I'm a different person now and she's not or something. I don't know. but it's like she's this really mega powerful witch who is just so hot and so gorgeous and so smart, but she's also kind of naive and also really optimistic and kind of even happy. She's like a happy, bubbly, optimistic person. And I'm looking at her like, where the heck did you come from? Because it wasn't from my subconscious. So, like, who are you? Hey, Destiny, what's up? So yeah, those. I'm just having some issues with those two characters, but if I had to pick which one was my least favorite, it's Amalia. But I still like her as a character, just she's my least favorite. Okay. I don't really have a least favorite, but I've realized I could probably combine two of my bad guys since they're acting very similar to each other. Or maybe they could team up. But yeah, you could you could probably also combine them. Yeah, the weird things we discover while we're writing, right? Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out if maybe there's something, maybe I don't like Eden because she doesn't have like a struggle. She doesn't have a very clear struggle. Although she sort of does. It's just that she seems to have a very clear way of dealing with them. It's like she feels a problem and she kind of just knows what to do about it. And I'm like, that's just not fair. Aren't you supposed to sit and sulk for a while? I mean, I don't know. That's just me. That's what I would do. So why do you already know how to solve this problem? That's awesome. Yummy. Please share some. Oh my God, guys. I am so excited about my new grill pan. I made a zucchini on the grill and it was so good. And I also grilled some mushrooms today and they're just like they come out so juicy. And I didn't really do anything. I didn't even cut them. Okay. I didn't even chop them. I just put them whole onto the grill with a tiny bit of oil and a little bit of mixed spices. And they come out so juicy and sweet. And it's like so good. Yeah. I am definitely into this pan. Pan is hot. Okay. And it's time for another sprint. And this is going to be a 20-minute one. And enjoy the new timer because it's awesome. I like it. Real footage from the fireplace. This is the problem. Okay. No, that is not what I asked. Time's up. Okay. I got 230. And okay, so everybody let me know how you did. And my next question for you is this. Also, please do feel free to share a line if you got something that you enjoy. And if you want, tell me about a time when you were surprised while you were writing. You know, like you were writing a scene and all of a sudden as you're writing it, it just doesn't turn out the way you expected. And you're like, what? So let's hear. So here are my answers. First of all, I did get a line that I thought was kind of cute. My MCs are cuddling on the bed and just cuddling, innocent cuddling, but Leto has a pretty cool thing he wants to show Amalia. And he says, "You'll never believe what I found the other night." "What did you find?" "I can show you, I have it here, but I'm going to need my arm," I said, tugging it from beneath her head. "Oh, well, then I'm not interested," she said, closing her eyes. So I thought that was funny. Okay, we got numbers. 544 for Ariel. Very nice job. 254 for Steven. Eva's in and out. I have been surprised by my own writing. My fantasy work in progress started with a story of a brother's love and loss and became a much grander idea based on the cause of evil itself. Wow. Deep. Thank you. It's, you know, just a very real thing, right? And I agree that surprise pizza is the best. It's still good without the surprise, but with the surprise, it's just extra good, extra awesome. So, I am often surprised by my own writing. I think I find that I really do kind of feel like it's the story just kind of exists in some place, and I am a tool through which it can flow to the world. But I don't necessarily always feel like I don't feel like I'm in control. I feel like I might influence it in the way that it looks or the way that it sounds or the words with which I choose to tell it, but I really do feel like it's the characters. The characters are in control. They come and they tell me what's going on, and I listen and I type. And so I was surprised multiple times during Nano. For example, I wrote this scene between my protagonist and villain, sorry. And what happened was the protagonist was, he was detained in this customizable demon jail, and the villain was coming to talk to him in a very condescending and ugly way. And the protagonist was getting really angry. He sits up, they start yelling at each other, and he gets really, really mad, and things are going on, and there's chaos, and he sits up, he slams his hands down, or like makes these fists, and then he says, "Stop yelling at me!" And then the villain says, "I haven't said a word the entire time I've been here." And it was this moment when it dawned on me, like, holy crap, that whole scene just happened inside Kiero's head. And I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was Kiero imagining it, or if it was Dominio inducing him to imagine it. This is a power that the demons have, which is they can create, false thoughts. They can create illusions and fabricated thoughts inside other people's brains. And so I don't know which one it was. It doesn't matter. And maybe it matters. I don't know. But it was like, when I was writing, I was like, oh, whoa, what? What just happened here? In the moment, I feel like my writing is no good, but after I've given it some time and go back and read it, I surprise myself with bits and pieces that are quite good. I've also had that experience. Yeah, sometimes it's like looking at a painting from up close as opposed to stepping back and appreciating it from a distance. You don't necessarily see how it looks when you're right up against it creating it. Sometimes you need to step back to be able to, really properly assess what it looks like. Okay, anybody else have answers? That's my question. Yeah, okay, so that's it. I had a sudden desire for cookies in this last sprint, and I'm really glad that I had these because they are candy cane Milanos, and that's just, this is like another level of cookie. It's just really, really, these are exquisite. Okay, if the regular mint Milanos are, when I say they have to be mint, just the ones that are just chocolate are just not, it's just not the same. But these are not just mint, they're candy cane. I mean, they've got the whole crunch thing going on, and it's really just, this is a cookie, guys. This is a cookie. Okay, that's what I have to say. And guess what time it is? It's sprint time. Let's be productive and do another one. Please feel free to give me feedback on this type of, loop, this productivity loop. If you feel like it's going too fast, too slow, blah, 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 let me know. Time's up. But I think that's going to be our last sprint of the night because I'm getting a little tired. But please do tell me how that went for you. So I got 274 words and I passed 69,000, which means I'm almost at 70,000 words, which is exciting. That's a heck of a lot. And I'm getting to some really intense parts of the book where everything is starting to unfold and, secrets revealed, plots played out, etc. So it's kind of cool. Steven, 238. Ariel, 227. I relocated and got ready for bed. Okay, that's good. Good. Destiny just hanging out. Right. That's fine. And having surprise pizza, and we're all jealous. Okay, well, I'll wait another minute or two and in case anybody else wants to update, but thank you so much all for joining me. And please do give me feedback on how on the timers. And yes, I know it was really good. You should go get yourself some. On the timers and how that routine felt to you of like going back every 7.5 minutes and sprinting again, or whether you like the 15s or the 20s, and I'm interested in hearing it. And that's it. Let's see, how many have I gotten for today? So I started right here. 773 words for the day. Okay, it's not NaNoWriMo, and so that's good because routine is good and writing every day is good, and just staying in that space where I'm thinking about the book and it's on my mind and it's I'm in it. I'm in the world. I don't forget half the details between writing sessions, which is that's key here. Okay, so awesome. Okay, noted. That's all for tonight. I hope everyone had a good time. Well done, everyone who wrote. And thanks for being my accountability buddies on the internet. So have a good night.